Hey everybody, my name is JPW03 and welcome back to another video. This one is going to be... I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was a very loud thunder crack outside. But this will be a little bit of a different type of video. Today, I'm going to be opening up a little bit to you guys and just kind of share how one of the worst days of my life ended up turning into the reason why the best days of my life are currently happening right here today. I guess the whole point of this video is to kind of maybe help someone. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm definitely not the only person who may have gone through something like this. And I also just want to be kind of open with you guys. I want you guys to be able to know that, hey, like, I'm a human too. I have emotions, and I think that this could be a really good lesson for a lot of people. So that's the reason that I'm going to be sharing it today. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get into it. So a few years ago, I was dating someone and things did not end very well. In fact, they ended pretty terribly, I would say. I'm not going to say their name here. One, it's just I want absolutely no hate to go towards them. I think we were both very immature, and I hope we both have learned a lot and grown since then. And two, that's not really the point of the story. Look, the breakup is the start of the story, but it is absolutely not the end. But the breakup is a really big, important part of the story, because I thought after that breakup that there was I thought it was it. Like, I thought when I was dating this person, like, that was the one and done. I was gonna be that lucky person, be one relationship, get it over with, be happy, so be it, let's go. And that wasn't the case. And you know, it is what it is. Relationships start and end, like, that's a completely normal part of life. But it hit me really hard. It really did. And there's it's so bad where I literally have blanks in memory. Like, my timetable is an absolute disaster. If it weren't for the photo app in my phone, I would literally have no idea the timing of anything. Like, there's just like a big hole after the relationship ended where I literally have no memory of anything that happened. So the reason I bring that up, I was in the worst place of my life, like, ever, probably mentally, financially, even. Just everything about me was a hot freaking mess at this point. And I thought it was it. Like, I thought, wow, well, I basically just wasted all this time, blah blah blah. But I didn't waste all that time. I didn't waste any money. I didn't do anything. In fact, that was such a good learning experience for me personally. I feel like I've taken so much out of that relationship, even though it ended as bad as it did. But there's a reason it happened. There's a reason why the breakup happened. And I didn't see it at the time. I thought that was it. I thought I was in my worst place, the worst day of my life, whatever, like the worst months afterwards. It was terrible. I hated it, and I couldn't understand why. Like, why would this happen? It didn't make any sense to me at the time. But now, hindsight, years later, a two-time staff member of the Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning team, I can kind of see in hindsight how important that day was. That day played a pivotal role of me going from there to here. How? How do those two things connect, you might be asking? That is a great question, but I'm telling you, they connect so hand in hand. It is unbelievable. In general principle, I'm going to get into the details of how these connect, but in general principle, the whole purpose of this video, the whole reason, if you watch it and you only get one thing out of this video, I want you to understand this. The worst day of your life, the most disappointing situation you might find yourself in, the worst failure you might ever have, doesn't have to be final. It could literally be the thing, the stepping stone, if you will, that opens the door to the biggest opportunity of your life. And you might not even know it. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it till literally just today. I was just sitting over there in my chair editing a video, and I had this like epiphany, I guess. And I'm like, if that didn't happen, if I didn't have that awful breakup, I literally would have never moved here. I would have never gotten here to Tampa. I would have never started working with the team that I love, and I would have never won or been a part of the winning of the 2 Stanley Cups. So that's what I want you to understand. Your biggest failure, your biggest disappointment, the most sad day, it sucks. It sucks. I'm not saying it doesn't suck. It will suck. But I want you to know that it can get better. There can be an opportunity that opens up. And it may not happen for everybody. But I just want you to know that it doesn't have to be your end. I hope that makes sense. I hope this is coming across how I hope it is. I just want you to know that it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to have the worst day. But I just want you to know that it doesn't have to be the end. It doesn't have to be. You can literally come back so much better. The lessons you learn from your worst days can be used in your best days. I'm telling you, it is wild to me how this all happened. So let me explain how these stories connect, because I do think it plays a pivotal role in the story. So me and my ex break up, right? we break up. It's sad days. I'm over here big sad, crying, all that jazz, you get it. And I had the memory loss, you know, all of that stuff. It's great. I love that. Several months. My timetable is an absolute hot garbage. But after the breakup, while I was still going through all of this, one of my old buddies growing up was moving to Tampa for a part-time or like a very like time-sensitive job. And basically he just offered like, hey, we're gonna have an extra room. If you want to come down, move down with me, you can have the room. You can pay a little bit in rent. It was actually cheaper than what I was paying at my parents' house, so it was kind of a no-brainer. As you guys know, I've been a Lightning fan for years and years and years. You've always seen a Lightning thing in the background, as you can see right here. So to me, it was a no-brainer. I was scared. There was definitely hesitation. There was some times where I was like, no, I can't do it. It doesn't make sense. I don't make a lot of money right now. Financially, it's not the best decision. My parents talked with me, and I talked with some other friends, and you know what? I took a chance because I knew moving to Tampa, or I guess Clearwater technically, was gonna give me the opportunity to start communication, to start really talking with the Lightning. And I'm not joking when I say weeks before I moved to Clearwater, the Identity Tampa Bay, which kind of works in conjunction with the Lightning, they're separate but kind of together, they reached out to me to kind of be an influencer for them. So in a way, it was kind of like being connected without being directly connected. So it was smart for me to just get into the area, start being associated within that general area. Let me just rephrase the timeline here for you. The breakup happens, everything's bad, everything's terrible. Weeks or months go by. I get a reach out from my friend to move down to Clearwater. I get reached out by the Identity Tampa Bay to come be an influencer. So the timetable here is working out really well for me. If you couldn't tell, I cannot believe the chances of all these things just kind of weaving together to work out that well. I moved to Clearwater. I basically have a year to figure it out. Either I stay there or it doesn't work out and I move back into my parents. So, and I was pretty dedicated to making it at this point, making it somehow, whether it was purely streaming, whether it was purely YouTube, whether it was Lightning, whatever it ended up being, I was dedicated to making something work so I could stay there in the area. Again, this is just the opportunity just presenting itself. The Lightning ended up wanting to start a gaming branch, if you will, called Bolts Gaming. As you guys know, we still do Bolts Gaming streams occasionally, and they reached out to me to kind of head that up, you know, be the one that create the channels, kind of run the channels and all of that stuff. I said, yeah, for sure, like absolutely, I wanted to do that. This was like right as the end of the Clearwater, like almost end of the year Clearwater, and I was like, yeah, I would love to do that. And they're like, okay, it's gonna be a few months, but you know, hey, we're gonna start doing it and we want you to head it up. And they offered me a part-time job, and I said, yeah, I'll take it. I took it. I took the part-time job, and months went by. I'm telling you, I moved from Clearwater into downtown Tampa before starting to working, and months went by, and it finally worked out, and I was thrilled. I was really thrilled to start working. I was super nervous because I've never really worked like a corporate job, even though I will say sports corporate is still very different than actual corporate, but there's still, it's a big step up in the corporate world compared to me sitting in this room. Basically, I was nervous, but you know, the first year went well. And you know what? We ended up actually winning the Stanley Cup the first year, the first ever year I worked in pro sports. Like the peak of sport. People can work in sports for 10, 20, 30, sometimes even more than that and never win. Never even win one time. And I go into sports and I'm so thankful, so lucky, and we just win the first year. Unreal. And as you guys know, I have a ring from that first year. I'll put a picture here on screen for you guys. And you guys know how it ended again this year. We went back to back. We won again this year. We don't have the rings yet from this year, but when we do, I'll be sure to show you guys. It's just nuts. And I'm telling you guys, if me and my ex had not broken up, I would have never accepted the invitation to move to Clearwater with my friend. I would have said, no way, I'm too content here. No way I'm moving down. And none of this would have happened. I wouldn't be here in this apartment right now talking to you if that didn't happen. Who knows what happens with our YouTube channel, because I was slacking a lot with when I was slacking with that. I was slacking with streams. I was slacking all around in content, and I didn't realize it at the time. At the time when the breakup happened, I thought it was over. Everything about me, my whole identity, I felt changed. If it didn't happen, I wouldn't have been here. And I truly can say, for the first time in a long time, and this was not true for much of the time, but I am happier now than I was then. I never really opened up to you guys. I tried to keep it pretty sheltered, but it was tough. It was really, really tough. It was a tough year, or a tough couple months afterwards. There's like a year plus of just time that doesn't make any sense to me. But again, the whole purpose of this video, the whole reason I'm telling you this, when you're knocked down, when you're at your lowest, when the failure happens, or a bad day happens, or a breakup happens, or something terrible happens, it's so easy to close it all off, to shut the doors, not take any chances, because you know what? You took a chance before and it failed. You got knocked down. When you get knocked down, you have two options. You can stay down. It's easy to stay down. In fact, I almost stayed down. Or you can decide to stand up, take that chance. And listen, I know a lot of things aligned perfectly for me, but if I didn't take the chance, it wouldn't have happened. So I can't promise you everything will line up perfectly, but I can tell you this. Either way, the lowest you can get is at your worst, right? So if you decide to stay at your lowest, I mean, hey, that's where you're at anyways. But if you take the chance to stand up, you can only go up. You can't go any lower than your lowest, right? So again, the whole purpose is just don't give up. I mean, really, it's a simple concept. It's cliche. I get it. Being in the situation I was at my lowest. I'm telling you, I was in a bad place. I was in a very, very bad place. But you know what? Thankfully to my family and my friends, they kind of helped me sit back up on my feet. I kind of opened my eyes and I'm like, that isn't it. My failure, my disappointing day, my breakup isn't going to be who I am. That is not going to define me anymore. And so I took the chance. I moved to Clearwater, and now, like I am so thankful to have been part of a back-to-back Stanley Cup champion hockey team. And that's it. Like, I hope this is making sense. I'm not trying to come out and be like, oh, just try harder. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to tell you that it's so easy to put the blinders on when things are bad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be down. I'm not telling you that that's not going to happen. I'm just asking you to try. Do everything you can to just stand back up and try again, because it was the best decision I made. And that, my friends, is the story of how the worst day of my life turned into my greatest success. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I really hope you guys took something out of this. If you did, please let me know. If you thought it was stupid, I mean, hey, also, you're more than welcome to let me know that too. I just hope my point came across. I don't know why. I just am really passionate about this for some reason, because I do feel like it happens so often where people get knocked down and then they just think that's it. And it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, if you got something out of this, I would super appreciate a thumbs up, a comment, a subscription, you know, anything helps. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the regular scheduled weird gaming video next. All right, see you guys then.